guys, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Brittany and I'm a content creator providing content creation tips and tricks for new and beginning content creators, UGC creators, and I also provide a little bit of productivity tips in the mix as well. If this is your first time here, make sure you hit that subscribe button and hit your push notification bell so you don't miss an upload from me. Today we're diving into the world of video editing on a budget, which is something you're likely to do when you're a beginner content creator. So whether you're creating your first UGC video or if you're just now starting your YouTube journey, I have some practical tips that can help you edit like a pro without spending a fortune, because it does not have to be expensive, I promise. First things first, you definitely do not need an expensive editing software right out the gate, especially if you're just beginning and you don't even know if you want to stick with making YouTube videos or just editing in general. You don't need to go expensive, okay? There are plenty of free options that you can use that I still use because I'm not trying to pay for no editing service, okay? Not even if it's a one time. If I can get something free elsewhere that does just the same thing, I will be fine. So if you're on Mac or any iOS devices, I highly recommend for new beginners iMovie. This is beginner friendly, okay? There's literally not much you can do in there aside from uploading your content, making cuts, adding little transitions, maybe adding text and music, which is essentially what you're looking for, but this is no like complicated things, especially if you're using on your phone. Like, it's the basic of the basic. And if you want to get in the swing of editing and, trying to do the basic steps when it comes to editing, I definitely would recommend iMovie. I said it before, I started editing on iMovie. I don't see anything wrong with it. I think it's definitely something good for new beginners to go into because it is definitely a basic software and I think it's very easy to use. The next one I have, is what I'm currently using to edit now, is CapCut. CapCut is free. They do offer a paid version of CapCut, but the free version will get you along just fine. I edit short form content, long form content, all that on my phone. As you guys know, I film on my phone as of right now, so I'm filming on my phone and I just go upload that to CapCut, which is all on my phone, and I edit it. So if I'm editing a vlog, editing one of these videos, editing posts you guys see on my socials, which if you don't follow me in my socials, you definitely should. They're always linked down in the description and I'll put them here on screen for you guys. But yeah, I definitely use CapCut. I feel like it's also something super easy to use, especially if you're starting out with iMovie and you're feeling like, these edits are a little bit too basic for me. Let me take it a step further. CapCut will be the next thing that I would recommend, because unlike iMovie, there are a whole lot of different transitions you can use, a lot of different effects, a lot of stickers, a lot of overlays, filters, and all that stuff you can use that you probably could not use with iMovie. So all the like trendy effects, they have templates if you're doing some short form stuff. Like, I used one for like a collage type because I didn't feel like providing the energy to make a collage myself, so I use the CapCut template. They are free to use. I believe some of them maybe on with the paid version, but there's plenty of free ones you can use if you don't know how to start, or what you can do that's trendy when it comes to editing and stuff. I definitely would recommend using CapCut templates because they gonna do it for you. Okay, they even have like the little overlays where you see the people with like the memes over a video with some text or something. They even have those. So if you are looking to upgrade from iMovie, or if you're just wanting to start somewhere where you can kind of work your way up to the editing ladder and, eventually add overlays or filters or all whatever you want to, I definitely recommend CapCut. Like I said, I'm still using that also. The next one I recommend is an editing software if you want to go a little bit more advanced but still somewhat beginner friendly, is DaVinci Resolve. DaVinci Resolve offers a free version of the software with professional grade tools for like color correcting and audio editing. I haven't spent a lot of time in DaVinci Resolve, but I am starting to edit a piece of content for my other page on that platform. So if I like it, I can definitely come back in and give you guys a tutorial or what I've learned or how I kind of navigate DaVinci Resolve. But those are the three softwares that I would recommend that are free, also beginner friendly because that's a plus, and are easy to use. So those are the three that I would recommend if you're just getting into editing or just want to upgrade from what you're currently using. If you're willing to spend some money on an editing software, I have heard good things about Final Cut Pro. That is an Apple editing software, I believe. I would also recommend Adobe Premiere. I know my brother uses that to edit and he does pay for it, but hey, whatever floats your boat, bro. If you want to go free route like me, I recommend those three options. If you want to get maybe a little bit more advanced features, or if you want to, if you have a certain style you're looking for that you may need to pay for, recommend Final Cut Pro and Adobe Premiere. Now let's save you some time and frustration with proper planning. So here's some tips on how to edit smarter, not harder. First thing you want to do is organize your footage. I know that one time I filmed a vlog and I literally just had clips in my phone that just went on for days, felt like, and I didn't know where to start. Luckily, I was only vlogging that one day, so I was able to look at the clips and say, okay, I remember what I was doing and I can kind of organize everything. Before you jump into editing, I definitely would recommend reviewing your clips and kind of seeing what's what first before loading it in, so you don't load all your clips all at once and then literally have to pick apart and dissect what order you want them to go in. So definitely, if you're going to be filming on your phone, because I'm not sure how it works with cameras, if you can, as you go, put those clips into different folders, maybe. So you can maybe have your intro, or like what you did at the beginning, your main element, or whatever, happened, occurred, and then the occurred, whatever happened or occurred throughout the video, and then maybe have your conclusion or an outro. Kind of separate those if you want, if that will make it easier for you to kind of organize your clips and get the most out of editing and you're not struggling to dissect your clips. Another thing I would recommend is like a script and a shot plan for your video. If you plan ahead with a script or some type of an outline, you'll definitely will have fewer clips to sift through because you kind of know already what it is you're going for and what you're going to be talking about. This can definitely help you focus on the story of whatever you're trying to go for within your content, and can take out some of the unnecessary stuff that you may not need and won't probably use anyway. And another thing I recommend, which I've talked so much on this channel about so already, is batching your content. Film if you can. Try to film all your content for the week at once, whether that be long form content, short form content. If you're just going to turn your long form content into short form content, make sure you film all that at once, because it's definitely easier to film everything at once and just have to worry about editing it and dispersing the content forever to whatever social media platforms that you're trying to post on. I feel like it's way more efficient and time saving to do it that way, rather than I need to film this day, this day, and this day. I mean, if that's how it works and your schedule, that's what your schedule needs, then definitely go for it. But I would recommend batching content whenever you can, because you'll already just have the content somewhere and you just need to go edit it. Now, you do not need fancy, flashy effects to make your video look nice. I mean, I know that some of them make them look nice, but you don't need to go over the top to make your video stand out. I will focus on these beginner-friendly techniques, which is first having clean cuts. Okay, if there's going to be a pause, or if you mess up and you have to repeat yourself, make sure that doesn't show up in the video. Okay, I mess up all the time. I stumble on my words all the time, and I have to cut that out because nobody wants to sit here and look through you stumbling through your words. Some of it I keep because it's funny to me or whatever, but I'm not stumbling. I try to take out all of my ums and all that good stuff, but try to take out any unnecessary pauses, filler words. If you keep repeating yourself, y'all know I be rambling, so that's definitely bound to happen on this side of the internet with me. I would recommend keeping your edits kind of snappy to keep your audience's attention, because our attention spans are shot due to apps like TikTok and, having shorts on every app we go to now. So definitely try to keep your videos short and snappy and have some clean cuts in there so you can keep your viewers engaged. Another thing I recommend is text overlays. These can emphasize a point, add personality sometimes, just because it's something that pops up on the screen is gonna be like, ooh, what's that? Or especially if you make a graphic, or if you have certain graphics within your content, that's definitely going to keep attention also. Also, transitions is something I would recommend. I need to make some, because some of the ones that they have on CapCut I don't really like. That's why you guys don't really see transitions in my videos, but I feel like if I made some in Canva or something, then we could go from there. But when using transitions, I would avoid overusing them, because that can in turn kind of distract people from actually looking at your content because you have so much other things going on that they can't focus, if that makes sense. Another thing I would recommend when editing is color correcting. These things are like adjusting your brightness, contrast, exposure, brilliance, whatever, if that's the same thing, I don't know. Things like saturation, and it's things that kind of make sure things that make your footage pop, essentially. In the CapCut, there is a color grading option, but that does come with the pro paid version of CapCut. But there are options in there where you can adjust your brightness, contrast, all that good stuff. You just can't automatically do it with the color correcting if you don't have the pro version. But like I mentioned, DaVinci Resolve is also a free one, and you can color correct in there as well. Also, and I'm trying to get more into this, but I need to find the right music that is not copyrighted, and that is adding background music. If you're sitting down like I am and you want to have like some cozy music in the background, barely noticeable but is there if people are like, wow, this is cozy, and then they're like, oh, I actually hear some music in the background, that's definitely a plus. And I definitely love watching videos and like noticing that, and I'm trying to just find some good music. I know obviously there's YouTube's audio library. I'm trying to go another route with that, if that makes sense. But I've been finding a lot of copyright-free music that actually sounds good on YouTube, honestly. You can just screen record those, or if you have the means, download those videos or save them to your computer through like a MP3 converter or something like that. And you can use those that way. You don't need, most of the time they don't ask for credit, or if you want to, provide credit or putting the link in your description and all that, you can definitely do so. But it seemed like I'm on YouTube and SoundCloud is where I've been finding some of my copyright free music. So definitely check those out if you haven't already. And that is it for today's tips and tricks on how to edit on a budget as a beginner content creator. Remember, you definitely do not need to spend a whole lot of money on software and just editing in general. It's all about creativity and making the most out of the tools that you actually have and are in reach. That sometimes just means free tools, free software like CapCut, iMovie, Canva, DaVinci Resolve. You know, it's only so much you can do as a beginner, and I love that there are actually a whole lot of free versions and free softwares out here for us, because we deserve good quality softwares also. Okay, we're not those big fancy creators yet, but we're working our way there. Okay, we doing what we gotta do, and we're learning as we go, so that's all that matters when it comes to that. But if you found this video, definitely give me a thumbs up. Comment down below how you're going to be starting editing and what software you're going to be using out of the ones that I recommended, or if you know of any other softwares that are free and or paid that you want to share, definitely leave them down below. Also, don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more content creation tips and tricks just like this one. Also, hit your push notification bell so you never miss an update from me. I currently upload here Fridays 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That all being said, guys, thanks again for watching today's video, and I will see you all in the next one. Peace.